Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And today I have the Deviant Moon Tarot on the tarot table because we're looking at quite a strange family dynamic, the Markle family. Thomas Markle has come out finally and spoken about Meghan's new lifestyle show. He is now living in the Philippines. There is a theory that he's disappeared and, you know, it's all a false identity and all of this stuff. I haven't given that much airtime because I personally don't believe it. And anyway, now he has given an interview to the Daily Mail. They've tracked him down in the Philippines. They've spoken to him. It's very inappropriate. The whole situation is very inappropriate. Let me just get that out. My opinion, first of all, of the things that he has to say. The whole Markle family dynamic is very weird, very, again, inappropriate, very disturbed, hence the Deviant Moon Tarot. But never mind that. We're just going to look at what he's saying, and then we're going to do a reading on how Meghan might be feeling about it, because his energy showed up in a reading that I did yesterday, Meghan Markle reading, and it showed up. I was doing the 5 years ahead reading. His energy appeared in that reading for me as an energy reader, and then lo and behold, this interview appeared in the Daily Mail. So it seems that it's time to have a look at this. Let's just quickly see what Thomas Markle had to say. And he said about Meghan, she comes across as inauthentic. Unfortunately, she has never been authentic. She has to think about everything. She's not spontaneous. Everything she says is pre-planned and rehearsed. It makes me laugh because I know all her looks and expressions. I know when she's faking it for the cameras. She just wants to be perfect. It's sad because she's trying so hard to stay in the limelight. That sounds to me like someone who really knows Meghan Markle and is just telling it like it is. And he goes on to debunk all this latchkey kid stuff and the TV dinners, and to repeat something that he's told us before. And I think Tom Bower wrote about how Meghan was actually very spoiled. He had lots of money when she was a teen, when she was living with him. They went out to dinner 2-3 times a week. Very fancy restaurants. He lists them. Wasn't budget stuff. This wasn't stocking up at the salad bar. This was fancy stuff. Top level restaurant experiences in LA. She was living a very privileged life, and he tells us this. And so all that she's claiming about, to Mindy Kaling in particular, about how, you know, she was the latchkey kid eating her TV dinners, not true. And I, for one, tend to believe Thomas Markle. So that's the background. We're going to do a Celtic cross, and we're going to look that's King of Cups. That is Thomas Markle, just by the way. Cancerian man showing up there. We're going to have a look at Meghan's feelings about this. I'm very certain that she's read the Daily Mail article. Probably had to order some more crockery after reading it. I just want to know how she's feeling about this situation, and will this situation ever be resolved? I don't think it will ever be resolved, but I'm curious to know her feelings. She's trying so hard to be something that she's not. Everybody's talking about her lack of authenticity. There's no there, people are saying about her. Someone, George the Giant Slayer, said it's a televised personality disorder. That's how he described it, which I thought was classic. I thought it was really very descriptive of what we're seeing on the screen. And we're not seeing a person, we're seeing a personality disorder, allegedly. So, Celtic cross coming up from Meghan's point of view in the light of what her father has to say about her. How's she feeling about this? Any regrets? Any attempt to fix things? Or is this just the way it's going to go? And she is determined to be as fake can be for whatever reason. I don't think we'll ever truly understand the level of personality disorder. That is my personal opinion, and let's remind you, it's tarot and it's for fun and entertainment. It is just my opinion. It's all speculation, and of course it's just an energy reading, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. situation, we have the world in reverse. That's the failure, the epic failure that this show is. World is successful completion of a chapter in your life, moving on to the next thing because you've accomplished your goals, you've succeeded, and the whole world has witnessed your success, and then on you go to bigger and better things. Not so for Meghan. It's in reverse. The whole world is watching this disaster unfold. Yes, I know part 2 is going to be with us in the next 6 months or so. The disaster tourism part, apparently, that they filmed quickly in January. But there it is, world in reverse. And it's the same old, same old. It's the never-ending story, the world in reverse. You get stuck in this loop. You go round and round. You don't learn your lessons. You don't achieve your goals. And again, for Meghan, it's very public. It's a big card. The world in reverse situation she's sitting in today, knowing what her father has said about her. What's going on with that? She doesn't care. 6 of Wands. She's I would say she's on some kind of narc high at the moment with that card. It's quite narcissistic, the 6 of Wands, just generally, because it's about triumph and glory and look at me, processing and acclaim and praise and people lining the streets to applaud your achievements. So even though the reality of the situation is the world in reverse, I think she's on this narc high, and this article in the Daily Mail isn't going to knock her off her perch, basically, off her horse or whatever she's on, her high horse at this particular moment. That's the heart of the situation. She's gloating, she's triumphant, she's telling us a renewed, the next season. Not true, but she's spinning it for all she's worth. She's in this moment of triumph, this sort of high. What's the challenge? Is there anything that's just sort of gnawing at her? Oh yes, the 9 of Swords, absolutely. And those are the night terrors, the 9 of Swords, gnawing at her, keeping her awake, tossing and turning, and anxiety, stress. How's she going to silence this chatter in her mind? The guilt, maybe. Speculating, of course. Does she feel guilt of having shut her father out of her life so brutally, and the letter and all of that stuff? We all know the story. It's there in the energy. I can't say relieved, because I'm not relieved to see it, but I'm pleased to see that the tarot has shown this energy that is challenging her moment of glory. It's not all triumph for her. That narc high is a hollow one, as her father pointed out. Nothing authentic about her. Even her sense of achievement is inauthentic, in my opinion. Down in the hidden depths, in her subconscious, where she doesn't really want to look, any guilt, regret. We've got the 9 of Swords on the table. What's going on down there? The Hanged Man. This is her sense of self-pity and victimhood, and not capable of owning her own wrongdoing, her own part in the breakdown of her relationship with her father and her entire family, and of course Harry's family and the entire British nation, and possibly the entire Commonwealth as well. But the Hanged Man is self-pity, victimhood, not my fault, why is everyone picking on me, I can't do anything right, I'll try and do something, I'm just expressing my joy, living my dream, this perfect life. And then father has to give this interview to the Daily Mail, her nemesis, the Daily Mail, of course, from the Philippines, and cast a shadow over her glorious moment. So what's her goal right now with father? What is she trying to achieve here? We got the 5 of Pentacles, and it's in reverse. Interesting. Because the 5 of Pentacles is the banishment card, the exile, be gone, get thee hence kind of energy, being shunned, being cast out, go away. I don't want you around because you're poor, you're fat. Let's call it like it is. She didn't want him, in my opinion. That was a harsh word, yes, I know, body shaming. Sorry to Thomas Markle. But my personal opinion is that she was embarrassed by her father, by his reduced circumstances, by his appearance, by who he was in that moment of her great triumph of bagging a prince. And so we have the Five of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. It's telling me an interesting story. She might be pondering the value of reconciliation, of inviting him back into her world. I wouldn't say for genuine reasons, heartfelt reasons, but for maybe commercial gain, money in it. It's just there because the card is in the reverse. Bringing someone back. But why bringing someone back? Inviting someone you've banished back. Why? Because it might make sense right now. If her brand is all about love and family and joy and all of that. It's just there. And I'm just reading energy and speculating, in my opinion, and allegedly. Let's look at the past. Whatever the universe wants to tell us about these two and their past, Meghan and the past. What do we have here? We have the Three of Wands, and this is her aspirations, her desire to get ahead, expand, be successful, just really be famous, become noticed, working hard. Not working hard in the sense that we might view working hard, normal people might view working hard, being an operator, a networker, schmoozing, working hard that way through connections, through contacts, that's Wands, to spread her influence, to make those networks and those contacts that she can get somewhere in life. Very expansive energy, very optimistic energy. Might have used connections through her father to get somewhere. I do think she did. I think she got her SAG card through her father's contacts, if I'm not mistaken. There it is. Three of Wands. That's her ambition, her vision for her future. Her vision board, even. We know how beautiful her vision boards are. Not that secret one up in the attic that I have described before. How's she going to react? Is she going to do anything? How's this going to sit with her? What's she going to do? Near future, sort of immediate energy. Oh, we've got a reconciliation card. That's weird. It's the first time doing these readings over many years that I have got that energy. Two of Cups. There might be a new handler. There is that new communications person. I know that allegedly previous handlers, previous PR people, previous agents and whatevers have suggested to Meghan that it would look good if she reached out to her father and she fixed the mess, did something, paid off his hospital bill that Lady C ended up paying off with a GoFundMe thing that then got turned against Lady C, and apparently Lady C is pursuing legal action about that. I think, if I'm wrong, sorry, apologies, but something, second hint in this reading that there is something going on that's not the usual response to father and whatever father has to say. Her view of Thomas Markle right now, what does she think of him right now? A Chariot in reverse. That's a Cancerian card, Major Arcana. He's blocking her. He's blocking her path to success. So a lot of blame in here. It's a similar energy to the Hanged Man that's down there. And so Chariot, that's him. And he's an obstacle to her progress. I'm very sure, me reading energy, my opinion, that it's all his fault. Last week it was all Netflix's fault. And there were people in Netflix who were actively working against her, conspiring to bring her down and to make her series a flop. Now it's Thomas Markle's fault. Chariot in reverse. What pressure is Meghan under from other people, people around her, or people around her suggesting you need to fix this? And we've got the 9 of Wands, and people around her are telling her stuff that she doesn't want to hear. 9 of Wands is about a barrier that you put up on your guard. You don't want to hear things, you don't want to listen to good advice in this context. Normally it's just very self-protective energy. You're damaged, you're wounded, you just can't take any more blows, and so you put your guard up, you're very defensive, you're very distant with people. I think this energy, the way this card is depicted, I think that people are telling her things and they're going at it and going at it and going at it, and she does not want to hear it. But she might be being forced to listen, because we've got this 9 of Swords there as well. That in and amongst her triumph, there's this voice going that maybe, just maybe, something has got to happen. And I wasn't going to do this reading today. Personally, have no interest in the Markle family at this point. I was actually going to read on the children. This reading called me to it and said you need to look at this energy now. Hopes and fears for Meghan. We're reading Meghan's perspective. Star in reverse. She's worried that this father situation is going to eclipse her glory, her big moment, her star power, her celebration, that this is going to hang over her, that people are going to latch onto this, because of course people do, because this is the thing that we all notice about her, is how appalling her treatment is of her own family and Harry's family, and of Harry too. We speculate. So there it is. Very worried that this is going to overshadow everything that she's trying to achieve. Her big moment, father, is going to undermine it. Father is going to drag her down and ruin it for her. I've got this 1, 2, 3 times. And the World in reverse, of course, as well. Big cards, Major Arcana. The Major Arcana showing up in this reading are telling me the same story over and over and over. Daddy's going to ruin it for me. Again. What's the outcome? Is there going to be some sort of move towards reconciliation, finally? Or is this situation just going to remain as toxic as ever to the bitter end? We've got the High Priestess, and it's in reverse. And the High Priestess is silence. It's mysteries and secrets. And it's in reverse. That tells me there might be some breaking of a silence. There might be some secrets spilled. It doesn't speak to me of reconciliation. It's more uncomfortable than that. It's more mysterious than that. It's more dangerous to her, I think. That energy, that High Priestess in reverse. I'm always wondering if Doria doesn't have something to do with this situation at some point, which is a weird thought. Let's just clarify that, because it's not, it's extremely obscure energy for me, trying to read that card and think, what does it mean following that 2 of Cups, that there is a hint of some sort of connection or outreach or something going on in there. Maybe even sending Harry on some kind of a mission to do something. But that High Priestess card is mysterious, and of course it's to do with pregnancy and frozen eggs and hysterectomies and things that father might know about, father we think knows about, allegedly has spoken about. Not sure about that, so I'm saying allegedly. We've got that Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I'm wondering here if silence isn't bought. Because the silence in that High Priestess, when it's in reverse, can be epic silence. Just absolute silence. Mysteries that go to the grave. Ace of Pentacles is a big payday. A big gift. a big amount of money. It's in reverse. It could be that money is offered, something is offered to shut him up. Finally. That is my speculation. Pretty strange energy in this reading. But there it is. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.